everyone and welcome back again. I'm Karen, otherwise known as Wellies and Waffles, and welcome to my garden. So I show you everything to do with growing fruits, veg, flowers, and just trying to transform this blank canvas of a garden that I've got here that's looking rather wild at the moment. But yes, thank you for joining, and please subscribe if you haven't already done so. So I'm going to show you some things that are happening around outside, but also I want to show you what's going on in the polytunnel, because a lot of these seeds and seedlings are still in there at the moment. I've not done any planting out at all. I have done a little bit of potting on. I'm not actually planted out as yet. The weather, I think, is going to be okay. Hopefully we don't get any more frost. So things like courgettes are okay to actually be planted out now. Peas, beans are also all right to be sown direct. If you want to start those off as well. And yeah, so let's just go and have a look what's going on. Right, let me show you what's going on with the seedlings. So I have mentioned that we've had a bit of an issue with the compost. Again, it's just, I'm stunned at it. I mean, I did go for a cheaper version, but I have had a lot of people mention to me that they've had issues as well and they've gone for more expensive. Let me show you what's going on. Look at the tomato. That is terrible, isn't it? Look at that. So I sowed these on the 2nd of April, which it's the 30th of May now. It's terrible, look at it. So this is not going to do anything now. So I don't know whether the feed that they're putting in the compost is just too rich for them, and it's burning them, but it's just not. I mean, obviously it's been looked after anyway, but it was this size. When I pricked them out, they were this size, I think day 10 of germination, and I pricked them out, potted them on, and it's done absolutely nothing. Now within the past 2 weeks we have had some that have started to grow a little bit more. So like this pink Siberian tiger tomato here, which is ready for potting on now because it's got roots growing. But yeah, so this has started within the past 2 weeks, just getting like that, but the majority of them are still. So I mean, like I said, they're not going to do anything though, so I'm really hoping that these are going to work out well and start romping along. But it's not good at all, is it? But the whole compost situation is just not good at all. It doesn't seem like it's being screened for anything, because we're finding glass in there, rope, paper towels, tiles, rocks, stuff, all sorts of stuff, big pieces of wood. It's just, you're not paying for that. It's just rubbish, really. And it really needs to be sorted. It needs to be cleared, and and it's just not good at all. You don't want to be putting. I mean, like me, I don't wear gloves unless I'm sorting out brambles, but I don't really wear gloves when I'm doing all my sowing my seeds and doing my potting on. So you're putting your hand in the bag, and there's glass in there. It's just, honestly, it's not good at all. So something really needs to be done about this. But I'm hoping, that these tomatoes start going on. Flowers have been doing all right, so I'll show you them. But we have had some successes because I've changed the compost now. So we've got a few veg that are doing really, really well. So let's go and have a look at the squash. So these are looking, now I've repotted these and I've used different compost, so clearly that's doing all right. These are from saved seeds from the Blue Hubbard, and I've got 2 looking absolutely wonderful there. So these are ready to be planted actually, so I'm going to plant those in the polytunnel. But yeah, look at the tomatoes. Like I said, some of them have sprouted and done okay, but most of them are still tiny. So we've got the mini munch cucumbers growing there. First time I've tried growing mini munch, which obviously, as the name suggests, tiny little cucumbers. Melons as well. That one's been eaten. But yeah, we've got some little melons going on. But again, they're quite yellow, so there's something, and they are supposed to have feed in this compost as well, so it's just not happening for them. But yeah, we'll get it sorted. So we've got a dahlia here. We've got some lovely red, just get the name there, Desire Red Sunflower. And so as you can see, we've got a bit of colouring on the leaves as well, but the flowers are big dark red sunflowers, so that'd be nice. Some scabious black knight, We've got crystal lemon cucumbers, one of my favourite cucumbers to grow those. And then we've got some salvias growing on there and some aster, ostrich feather, which are purple and pink flowers. A nice mix there. Over here we've got some more flowers going on. These Sutton's apricot foxgloves I'm really excited about growing actually. Well, they're still tiny at the moment, but I've only actually just sown these. And then we've got chrysanthemums and, oh now, try and pronounce this, Gaillardia bicolour goblin. Anyway, yeah, so they'll be interesting. What's going on there? And up here we've got some of the veg. Now this, I've restarted them because like I said, the compost was just shocking. So I've restarted them in different stuff. And they all seem to be doing all right. Look at the little beetroot colours on there. So they're a rainbow mix beetroot. And you can see from the stems as well that they're going to be different colours. So we've got some lettuces, coriander, peas. Oh, another crystal lemon there. Forgot I'd planted those, so they need to be potted on now. Yeah, so the Hearst green shaft peas are a staple that I always grow, so I'm going to be planting these out very soon. But we've got spinach, we've got broccoletto, quarantino. That's a really fast growing broccoli, so it's a good one to grow. I put some thyme in as well there. But yeah, we've got some early purple broccoli. Looking really nice there. So all doing okay. And then we've just got a range of flowers as well. This is one of the beds in the polytunnel, and the only thing that's actually going on in this bed at the moment is that I've left this swede to grow until it gets to flowering stage like this, and then we get this mass of seed pods here. I mean, there's absolutely tons of them, hundreds and hundreds of them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them to dry out, and in each one of these there's lots of seeds, lots of swede seeds. So I'm going to cut this off and leave it upside down to dry out, and then collect all the seeds. So I thought I'd just open one up anyway for you. As you can see, they're still green there, and they will turn brown when they're ready, when they've dried out. But there's probably about 17 swede seeds in there. Really smells of pea pods when I've opened up that. But yeah, so we do have lots to collect there. So lots of swede and carrot mash. But yeah, so I'm just going to leave them, and within a few weeks they should have dried out and ready to collect. So I'm going to put them in some little paper bags, store them in a cool, dark place, and they'll be ready for sowing. I'm in a bit of a jungle. I absolutely love it round here. It is wild, don't get me wrong. It's all grown over winter and it's got a little bit out of hand, but it's just got such a good feeling around here. We've been cutting down, me and my youngest have been cutting down this hedge here because it got to about 15 foot high, and I want to cut it back down to about 6 foot. I'm saying 6 foot, I mean it's 6 foot's like, I don't know. But yeah, I just want to cut it down a little bit. Because it's just letting so much more light as well, and obviously that's good for, you know, the grass and obviously everything else that's going to be growing around here with plants and flowers. But yeah, it's looking really good, so let's just go and have a look. Right, so as you can see, this is the bit that we've been cutting down. Just needs a little bit of a trim, but we've got, I mean, that's huge. We've got a little bit of I'm going to leave this tree here, but this needs a little bit of a cut down there. And then all this here. That was hard work to shift. It's hard work to cut through as well. Really, I could have done with a bit of one of those little mini electric saws. I'm not keen on those great big things, so I'd do with one of them really to just give it a bit of a trim. But yeah, we've had the axe and we've had the saw, so we've been manually cutting it back, and yeah, it's just done a really good job. As you can see, all the leaves are coming back on it now as well, so it's doing right. I'm just going to trim it just to level it off a little bit more, but you know, I like a little bit of wildness going on there. So we had loads and loads of branches, obviously, from cutting down here, which are left here over winter, just so the flowers and the leaves just die back a little bit. It's just a bit easier to move, but hawthorn is, well, I call it the devil's tree because it's got huge spikes on them and they're a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. But it was a lovely day when I wanted to move them, so obviously I'm wearing my shorts where you can know what's going to happen next, don't you? It's obviously got a little bit scratched. But yeah, it's all been shifted, so I had to drag it all the way around the other side of the house, all the way to the other side of the garden, and I've left it down there in the huge compost section that I've got. Yeah, so it just does its own thing down there. It's all natural down there, so just leave everything down there. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. So just need to, just need to carry on along this section and just let it all, all the light in. So I'll just show you these spikes. As you can see, they're quite big, and you certainly don't want them jabbing in you. I've accidentally stood on one before and it's gone right through my wellies, so they're quite strong. And yeah, you do end up feeling it for days with them. I'm sorry about this. I'm not enjoying my t-shirt at all. Is this this camera keeps going off. I just wanted to show you this stunning plant here. So this is Sambucus black lace, which is another version of an elderberry, and as you can see here, they're just actually starting to form the flowers. Now the flowers, rather than being white, will be pink, which makes a lovely pink cordial. You can make pink champagne as well from them. And then when the flowers are finished, they actually turn into dark purple berries as well, so they can be used. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful plant to have. We've got some of the red devil apples that are just starting. Right, let's have a look. Nothing really going on in the vegetable patch at the moment, so we're just all at seedling stage. I'm not planted out as yet. Here we've got the Cox's orange pippin apples as well, doing nicely. Now as you'll see here, I have pruned them, so they were getting a little bit wayward. As you can see here, I've missed a branch, it's gone right up there, so I forgot to do that bit. But I have sort of trimmed them a little bit and pruned them, and they've actually come back really, really well. There's lots and lots of apples growing on there. Now I've not done the plum tree as yet. I've not pruned that. Let's just come around here. We are actually getting plums on them, but what we're supposed to do with plum trees is prune them in summer rather than in the spring. Now that is growing wild as well. That's growing quite high, so that needs a bit of a trim as well. This is a green gauge. I've got two green gauges. You know I love my green gauge, but this one has never actually fruited, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to prune it and I'm going to move it as well, because I just don't think it's getting enough light. But it's growing some foliage. it's happy enough, but I want it to fruit obviously. So when summer comes, I'm going to give it a really good trim back and maybe move it from where it is. So these I've sown some nasturtiums, although they're doing nicely, and bulbs that I saved from last year for larkspur. These are seedlings as well that have been growing. These are the corn flowers that I sowed this year, so they're doing nicely as well. And then some other plants, but I really need to start planting these out. And then down to the potatoes. So I've got 3 different varieties going on here. You can see they're nearly ready for just putting some more soil on top of them. When you get about 10 centimetres, I cover them up again with a bit of soil. So we've got Charlotte potatoes, we've got pink fir apple, and we've got bambino. Now I've used different sizes of pots because, well, I don't have all the same size basically, but this should be okay. Now I have put the smallest potatoes obviously in the smaller pot, so we'll just see how they do with this. I do tend to put them in this quite large, I think it's a 50-litre pot, but you don't need to have them that big. This one's absolutely fine. Thank you for watching my little bit of an update of the garden. I shall see you in the next few days. I'm just going to do it a little bit more because I've cleared a load out of my camera. I know people keep saying to me, when are you going to do another? When are you going to do it? And I said, look, honestly, I'm trying, but I can record 20 seconds and that's it. It goes off. So I've cleared a load off, I've put it all on hard drives and clouds and everything, just so I've got multiple copies of it. And I'm filming again, so you've got me back.